In Australia, the dual cab ute segment is very competitive, and if you want the latest, most luxurious dual cab ute on sale right now, Volkswagen have just released the second generation Amarok. It was co-developed with the latest generation Ford Ranger, which is the class-leading car in this segment, and pricing for the Amarok starts from $50,000 going all the way up past $80,000, and in this review I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it. And to do that, I'm going to run you through its model grades, talk about the design, interior features, try out its technology, off-road features, I'll see how practical it is, and then I'm going to drive it. Let's get straight into it. So the Amarok, there are 5 model grades to choose from, as you can see on the screen, and specific to the Aventura you have a choice between a 2.3 turbo petrol or a 3-litre turbo V6 diesel, and a choice of 8 colours for the exterior styling. White is a no-cost option, and the others will set you back just under $1,000. And I would also like to thank Vale Volkswagen for allowing me to film their demonstrator. They are located in the Southern Highlands, and if you would like to get in contact with them on your next car purchase, I've put a link down in the description below. Let's now move on to the design of the latest generation Volkswagen Amarok. So every panel except for the roof is different to the Ford Ranger, and on this Aventura model grade you have matrix LED front headlights with automatic high beam assist with the on and on function. It also features LED fog lights with an Amarok badge on the front. Moving on to the side view of the Amarok, the Aventura features 22-inch low-profile alloy wheels with a two-tone paint combination, along with plastic wheel arch cladding on all 4 corners. The Aventura also features chrome wing mirrors and door handles, roof rails at the top here, side steps, and moving on towards the rear design you have LED rear tail lights, really nice unique design, along with Amarok lettering embossed into the tailgate, along with a chrome rear bumper bar down the bottom and a sail plane at the top with a compass badge. So let me know what you think of the overall design of the Amarok. Does it look good? Does it look stylish? Let me know in the comments down below, but for now I'm going to move on to the interior. Moving on to the interior inside the new Amarok Aventura, so you have keyless entry, keyless remote engine start, and the exact same key from a Ford Ranger. And moving on to the interior design, so a few things carried over from the latest generation Ford Ranger is the electronic gear selector, the unique door handles which I really like, and the infotainment. It is not the same system, but it is a portrait style display. Other than that, it feels very different to the Ford Ranger, and that's down to the quality of materials. Starting with the top of the dashboard, it is a nice chocolate brown leather material that feels very nice to touch. The doors have soft padding even on the top here as well, and the armrest is soft to the touch. But in terms of where the Amarok fits in within its segment, it is currently the best interior in its class. And to get comfortable behind the wheel, the seats offer plenty of electric adjustment with the memory function and lumbar support. They are perforated and they can also be heated as well. The steering offers plenty of adjustment, tilt and reach adjustment. Now moving on to infotainment, it all runs off this 12-inch portrait style touchscreen display. You can use the physical buttons down here, or you can use the voice control or the shortcut buttons on the steering wheel, but for now I'm going to explain to you how it works using the touchscreen. So this is your home layout. As you can see, fairly straightforward. So you have inbuilt satellite navigation with 3D mapping, and for entertainment you have FM, AM and DAB radio, as well as smartphone mirroring with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So this is Apple CarPlay. As you can see, it takes up the full screen. The Ranger, it only takes up half of the screen. And the sound plays out of an 8-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. And if we move on to the safety and assistance, you have a 360-degree camera where you can zoom into certain views looking at different angles, along with front and rear parking sensors, a rear cross traffic alert, and autonomous emergency braking for both cyclists and pedestrians. Other key features include an auto-dimming revision mirror, blind spot monitors on the wing mirrors, and a lane keeping assistant with radar guided cruise control. And the Amarok also has the ability to steer itself within its lane. And up front, the Amarok also features a bigger 12-inch digital instrument cluster. It's very configurable both the left side and the right side, and you can also change what you want to see in the center as well. And if I press this button here, that will activate your drive mode, so you can go from normal, eco, tow, slippery, mud and snow. And when you select a different drive mode, it will change the themes on the digital instrument cluster. And for off-road driving, you have a drive mode selector. So you've got two-wheel drive high range and four-wheel drive automatic for on-road driving, as well as four-wheel drive high range and low range for unsealed surfaces. And the buttons down here, this is your diff lock and this is your hill descent control. And you've also got an integrated brake controller for towing. So moving on to practicality. So the doors themselves fit a large litre of water. You've also got additional storage in the center here 2 large cup holders in the center as well, decent storage up here, decent sized glove box, a sunglasses holder on the top here. You can put a phone up the top here as well. The Aventura also gets wireless phone charging along with the USB-C and a USB-A port. Moving on to the back seats inside the Amarok Aventura. So before you climb inside, you have big large grab handles to make it easy climbing into the back seats. And once you are seated, I've got this front seat set in my driving position. An adult like me has good knee room, toe room and good headroom. And in terms of other key features, you have a fold-down armrest with air vents at the back, a 12-volt socket, decent sized door bins that can fit a litre of water, as well as map pockets behind the front seats with additional pockets on the top here. And you've also got pockets on the bottom of the base of the seat. If you do require carrying bulkier items, this top part of the seat folds down. And you can also lift up the bottom section as well. And that also reveals the toolkit and additional storage spaces. And lastly, for baby seats, these 2 outboard seats are ISOFIX compatible, and right behind me there are 2 top tether points. Let's now move on to the tray. So the tailgate itself is very light. That's because it has an inbuilt torsion bar, so it's easy to open and close. And in terms of overall size, nice wide opening, and on the screen now are your key dimensions. The Aventura also features a built-in roller cover which can be electronically operated, and you can also open and close it with the remote key, as well as an inbuilt spray and bed liner, along with some additional tie-down hooks, LED lights and a 12-volt socket. Let's now talk about the powertrain. So this particular variant features the 3-litre turbocharged V6 diesel engine, and it's paired to a 10-speed automatic, producing 184 kilowatts and 600 Newton meters of torque, with a claimed fuel consumption figure of 8.4 litres per 100. And this is the same powertrain featured in the Ford Ranger Wildtrak with the 3-litre V6. However, compared to the Ranger, the Volkswagen Amarok has been tuned slightly to be more refined and a little bit sporty on the road, so let's get it out and see how it performs. Okay, behind the wheel of the latest generation Volkswagen Amarok, we're going to start this video off with parking. So you've got good all-round visibility, decent sized wing mirrors, and you've also got the 360 view camera, or if you're a little bit lazy, you can use the self-parking feature. And around town it is easy to drive, as this has electric steering. And on the open road, as you can see with the camera footage, the ride comfort is very good, and this has to be one of the best dual cab utes I have driven. It's already based on the class-leading Ranger, which I have spent some time in travelling across interstate in the Ford Ranger Raptor. I think in terms of its calibration and the way it has been tuned, it feels like the Amarok has been specifically set up to be more refined in the way it responds within its torque delivery. So if you put your foot down, nice smooth gear changes, and it has plenty of power, of course, being the 3-litre V6. So with my short driving impressions out of the way, let's now wrap up this video with a verdict. So what is my final verdict on the new Volkswagen Amarok? Well, being based on the class-leading Ford Ranger, it's certainly off to a good start. In relation to the driving experience, it is one of the best dual cab utes I've ever driven. It has the nicest interior, and being priced around $80,000, it may be expensive to some people, but it is the most refined, luxurious ute in this segment.